Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to another one of my live streams. Welcome to the very first Urban Survival. In today's Urban Survival, we're gonna restore something. We're gonna restore something interesting, but we'll talk more about that here just shortly. We're gonna be restoring an old tool, and it's going to be something new, something different. Uh, this is evidently something that you guys have been asking for. At the end of this year, the In Your Face series goes away, and this is probably going to take its place. What's going on, Mike G? Thank you for that stream earlier. That was the sweetest thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It means the world to me. Actually, at the time when you were streaming, I was expecting a phone call from my son. Um, it was exciting. I talked to my son, my 12-year-old son today, and he was kind of telling me some of the things that were going on. And of course, he sang happy birthday to his dad. Uh, it was fun. It was a good day. It's been a real good day. Oh, it meant the world to me. You know, I even got all cleaned up and shaved, looking good. Yeah. Today we're going to be restoring an old tool. And while we're also at it, I'm going to show you guys a project I'm working on. I believe this is going to take the place of the old In Your Face series. I believe that it's going to be taking the place of it, where we learn, where we'll be working on stuff, showing you guys new skills, things you guys can restore, and that sort of thing. So oh man, that was a wonderful surprise. I appreciate that. And thank you. Figure we go live a little early today. It's my birthday. I can if I want. Figure we just have a good time today. And so far, that is exactly what's going on. I got out my new angle grinder that I've only got to use maybe once or twice now, but we're going to be using it. Here, I'll show you. On an old handsaw. And to show you guys, to start showing that it is possible to take something like this and restore it, already started on one side. So that's what we're going to do in today's live stream. Is I'm going to basically continue what I started about an hour ago. I got that done in like 10-15 minutes, and then we're going to take it in, we're going to clean it up really nice. Actually, this was given to me by a friend of mine. And I seen that. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, a few of you have asked me to start doing urban survival, things that you guys can learn. So if civilization as we know it breaks down, we will be able to. You guys will have some neat little tools and skills and capabilities to kind of help yourself survive if civilization continues the way it's going. It looks like it wants to break down. Here in the United States, there's even been talk that we're on the verge of another civil war, which is interesting. I mean, another conspiracy theory, and that one seems a little far fetched, but then again, right, things are going. I mean, anything's possible. So, figure we go ahead, do some work today, have some fun, restoring and working on things. Oh, it meant the world to me, man. Appreciate it. And of course, at the same time, also got another project inside. And about the 10-minute marker, we're going to go in, we're going to take a look at that project. Um, it's going to be, it's definitely going to be an interesting day. You know, it's going to be really exciting today because it's my birthday. She's at work right now. She was having kind of a rough day to start with, but then it just seems like it's starting to come together now. We went out and we had a wonderful, lunch. Went over to a place called Applebee's. I don't know if you guys got Applebee's over there in the UK, but you know, you guys know what to do. So, thank you, Mike G. No more is to be said. So, at about the 10-minute marker, um, basically we'll start restoring this old handsaw. We're going to get it all nice and done up. A friend of mine gave this to me. He's like, do it up on the channel, man. I know you're getting into restoring tools and things like that. He said, I think it would be really, really neat if you did this. And he gave me this old handsaw. I got the handle right here. And it's just one you can get nowadays, but knowing how to take and taking tools and taking them back to what they once were, or as close to as you can get, and that sort of thing, always neat. Thank you, Felming, appreciate it. Today I turned 41. Can you believe that? So we're gonna hear about the 10-minute marker, which is only a few minutes away. We're gonna get underway, and I'm gonna start showing you guys what I've been working on today. And basically, I took this old handsaw. What's going on? Think different. Took this old handsaw and began restoring it. You can see what I've done so far. Here's the rusted side, and I stripped this side already down and got it down to where, it shouldn't take much to return it to its original condition, or even better than. Then over here, so we got to do that to this side. I've got the angle grinder out. So we're going to do that. Plus, I'm going to show you guys another project I'm working on. This is probably going to be the series that's going to take over for In Your Face. So In Your Face is going away at the end of this year. We've got a few more big episodes to do. And then we're going to get into that. And then we're also going to try to refire up a look into our past. That series kind of, starts to do good, but then it doesn't, it just depends. So, so we're going to restore this old handsaw today, and it's close enough to time. I'm going to start showing you guys another project that I'm working on. So if y'all take a walk-see with me, and we'll go in here, and we're going to step over here. Basically, I'm working on a different type of homemade bread. Now, here in our fridge, it looks a lot like the other batch that I made, the other loaf that I made. But this particular one has about half of it is cornmeal, and the other half is all-purpose flour. After that, it's basically the same. Okay. The whole idea behind it, you guys know what to do with that jabroni. 15 seconds screenshot, and send the screenshot to me. And then thank you, think different. So again, this is urban survival. Having skills like this is, again, an absolute must in a possible survival situation. If, for whatever reason, this pandemic continues, we're beginning to see the shortages continue. It started to get better, but the moment here in the States they reopened everything, something interesting happened. it continued to keep getting worse. In the last 6 days, here where I live, we've had a total of 40 more active cases as of yesterday, okay, in 6 days. So it's not stopping. And it won't stop until we see a complete shutdown of the country. And that includes what we thought was essential, or what some people term as essential. So because of this, I'm doing great. I'm enjoying my birthday, having a great time. Today is going to be one of those days where we get out here and we continue working. Just because it's my birthday doesn't mean I can't do what I enjoy. And I enjoy restoring things. I enjoy working on things. I enjoy doing things with my hands. Okay. I'm good at it. I'm really good at it. So, it makes sense to continue to do what we do. Okay. So, today will be no exception. It just means I get to enjoy it more because I'm good at it. It's what I enjoy. So now that we've kind of talked about that, we're at that 11 minute, almost 12 minutes. I'm gonna have another smoke and just chill with you guys for a few, and then we're gonna get underway. We're gonna see about restoring this old handsaw. We'll talk a little bit, and we're gonna take it inside. We're even gonna polish it up and see if we can't get a nice mirror shine to it, and then might even try to clean depending on how much time we spend on it or whatever. We might even try to clean this up as well, and then at the end of the stream we'll assemble it, put it all back together, and then my buddy, we'll now have the guy, T-Bone, who actually gave this to me, will then be able to take and work on whatever project that he's got in mind. I know he kind of gave it to me, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to restore it and say, here's what you gave me to work on. I'd like you to have this, as a reminder that, I've known that guy. He's like family to me. Known him for years, known him since high school. So I'm going to have another cigarette, and then we'll get underway. Okay. So. So now that I've said all of that, it's probably going to be kind of a slow stream to start with. And then as it continues to progress, we'll see more and more people come in. But again, it's a birthday stream that I can enjoy, working on things. Initially, I wanted to do a makeup. Oh, if you want Supreme, for those that don't know, Supreme Anime is a dear friend of mine that I work with. We don't always see eye to eye on everything, but I tell you what, he's a pretty good guy. He's a pretty good guy. And so we're gonna, the term he used, that's actually funny that you would call it that, because you're not from that country. It's interesting that you would use that term. It's very, very interesting. You go right on ahead and have a drink. We're celebrating, 41 years of life, 14 and a half years of continuous sobriety. We're going to have a good time. And real quick, I talked to my mom today, and we had a few laughs, and talked about a little bit of everything. It was a good conversation. Had a great time talking to my mom, and it's going to be a good stream. It's going to be a good stream. Uh-oh. Well, he'll probably be over here in a bit. Ian's a good guy. I hope he gets over here and celebrates my birthday with us. He's a great guy. Think the world of him. So today is going to be one of those streams where we're just going to have a good time. It's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to seeing what we turn, how this project turns out. Again, we're restoring a handsaw, and earlier we talked about he's teasing. He's teasing with you guys. He's messing with you. What's going on, Queen? Thank you. Thank you. It's going to be a really interesting stream. I wanted to do a makeup live, but Fireball, huh? Okay. Have one for me. Because we know I'm not going there anymore. I'm telling you guys, it's been a very, very nice day. But I'm ready to get some work done here. And I'll give you guys an idea. Again, this is the handsaw that we're going to be restoring. And I've already began working on it so you guys can get an idea what we're going to do. That's what we've done with it so far. Look at that. That's something. We're not even done yet. So, good flat surface to work on. I'm going to tilt you guys forward so you guys can see what it is that I'm destroying. I'm going to grab me an angle grinder. Yep. That could have turned bad. Be careful, folks. Caught that just right, didn't I? You got to pull them hands back quick. And if you're wondering, my hand is okay. Don't grab around the teeth. I'm all right. So there you go. We got both sides now stripped. Gloves. Gloves are for sissies. And where is seatbelt? I'm fine. Golly. Worry too much. That'd be a heck of a thing. Get hurt on my birthday, right? I'm all right. No blood. Let's see here. Initially, I want to do another makeup live stream, but Princess Faye wasn't interested. So. Yeah, she wasn't interested. So we're going to do this instead. One. That's right. That sandpaper sucks. Oh well. Get that out of my way. Shredded that piece. It's good to see you guys. Again, thank you all so much for the birthday wishes. Enjoying my birthday, having a good time with y'all. Well, doggone it. Where are y'all going? Yeah, Sean's not in here. Him. That sandpaper's just not working out. That's okay. We're at that stage now. Pretty happy with that. A blade to my chest? Nah. This stuff is garbage. That's what I get for going to Harbor Freight. Wait a minute. Sean! What the heck, man? Good to see you, buddy. So glad you made it today. On my birthday, of all things, too. That's awesome. Good to see you, Sean. Queen's having a heart attack right now. Starting to look like something now. You already know I don't. I do that at work too. Everyone always is like, man, you're going to get hurt. Yeah, if I get hurt, it's my own fault now, isn't it, genius? We're on the home stretch of this. And Queen will be able to breathe easier because there won't be any more power tools involved. For my birthday, it's actually respectably decent as far as the weather goes. Normally, it's not this doggone nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were going over to Applebee's. Check that out. Nifty, right? There you go. I think that's good enough to take in and begin working on the next stage. Okay. So, Queen, breathe easy. No more power tools. until I get froggy enough to come back out and start messing with something else. Okay, so the next part of this is we're going to take, we got the worst of the rust. We're now down to some spottiness. There you go. He's lying to you. Okay. Now the fun part, I didn't really figure this far ahead because, you know, sometimes I'm an idiot. No frog. Let's move this bullshit out of my way. Let's set you all over here. You guys can see what I'm working on. Okay. Now comes wet sanding. Okay. Wet sanding. Now, what is wet sanding? It's just as it suggests. I'm going to be taking sandpaper, dipping it down in some room temperature water. And we're going to basically start working this, getting all the nasty imperfections out. All of it. Everywhere. Top, bottom. And you guys would be surprised what wet sanding does. Knowing how to restore old tools like this, restoring anything metal, you know, people pay big bucks for restored stuff. So taking this cheap saw and doing this to it, one, could save a person a lot of money, and two, it's a skill I don't necessarily think it's a you know, it's a skill that if you got old rusted tools, you can restore them, bring them back to life, and save you all sorts of money in the long run. And if you could do it for other people, well, then you make even more, you can make all sorts of money off of it. So knowing how to do stuff like this is absolutely a great thing. Just don't get hurt doing it, you know. Wear protective equipment. Don't be like Prince Magnum and live dangerously. Right. You guys are going to get a kick out of this. We're not even done yet. Let's get some more light so you guys can see the difference between, you know, kind of like as we continue to go through. There we go. All right. This is the side that hasn't been sanded yet, wet sanded to start with. This is the side that has. You can already see the difference that I was talking about. So being able to do stuff like this, believe me when I say, again, even if you're restoring a car, restoring parts for a car, this is just good common knowledge that goes a long ways. Long ways. go. Yeah, we're just bringing this back to life. I mean, you could still use it as rusted as it was, but just don't like that spot right there. Guess we could always take the bit, heavy sandpaper to it. What do you think? No, and the angle grinder. No, Queen doesn't like that. Right? Supreme's in here on 3 different accounts right now. He's awesome like that, though. Need to get over there to his channel a little bit more. Later on, Queen, I'm gonna get out a pair of scissors and start running around the apartment. What's up? Gotta rub on it real good. Queen's gonna be like, oh my God, he just totally did that. Yeah, that's about right. Supreme, you're a mess, man. You are a mess. Good to have you in here, Sean. It's been a while. Been too long, you know? Ah. He's been working real hard on that car of his. I can't wait to see what it's like when it's done. Is Project Vehicles ever done? The answer to that is a big fat freaking no. Henry. All right. That's it for our 220 grit sandpaper. We have used it as far as we can use it. Now the next one, we're going to use a 400 grit. Okay, and basically it's going to remove more of the other stuff off, and you'll see what I'm after. Okay. Good to see you, TFC. We're restoring an old handsaw. And we'll talk again a little bit more. About we'll talk a little bit more about the bike project. Right? Oh, I've seen what he's been doing. Got himself a sweet looking ride he's been working on. All right. I believe we've used up the 400 grit to the point where, yeah, I'll show you guys. That light hit it. I haven't had a chance to get a full look at it, but you know I will. I seen that you posted a video. I just have not had a chance to stop at all. Even though I haven't been super busy, I've been busy. Even on my birthday, I stayed busy. I don't know any other way to do it. Now, I see you over there, Zelda, wanting to get into something. Whatever it is, you better behave yourself, young lady. Dang, that didn't take much. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Check that out. What do you guys think? Yeah. Well, I'm glad you all are here today, celebrating my birthday with me. And again, I'll show you what. Yeah, she's getting into mischief already. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Some deep scarring that I just can't do anything about. But I didn't almost kill myself. I just almost took my hand off. Queen nearly had a heart attack. She got all pissed off and everything. You need to be more careful. There we go. All right. So let's go back out for just a minute. We're going to kind of grab the handle. I'm going to have a smoke first. Don't want me to die on YouTube. Well, yeah, that would kind of suck. Yeah, you're in the wrong country to use that term. Oh, and real quick, what it was is basically this kind of kicked out on me. Yeah, Queen nearly had a heart attack and everything. I'm like, I'm all right. Yeah, it was the angle near incident with the angle grinder. He just doesn't want to come loose. Thing's a joke, actually. I'll fuck with it later. Anyhow, yeah, Queen nearly had a heart attack and everything. Oh, thank you, Third Gen. Appreciate that, buddy. That's all right. I'm just glad everybody's here. You know, I'm just glad everybody's here hanging with us and, you know, that sort of thing. just multiplying yourself there, huh, Supreme? Honored cuss. And again, for those that do not know, Supreme Anime and all his other versions of himself in here, I actually work with that guy. I actually work with him. And he's very funny. Very funny. Give me something for my birthday. I appreciate that. Dang it. Oh, take these pieces out. And then he is such a goofball. Enjoy working with him. He's a lot of fun. he's in here on a total of 5. You know, he's a great guy to work with. Really, dude? Multiplying yourself here. So we got to clean up the handle to this. And once we get the handle all cleaned up, we'll be ready to put this back together. Not bad. So we got a lot done. Then we'll break out the angle grinder again. No, Queen will get all upset. Oh, she doesn't like it whenever I start working with power tools. She gets nervous. Just one of them things. Accidents happen. That's why they call them accidents. Ha! 509. You're funny, man. No, we're gonna. Yeah, you do. We got to get you to 300. Secretary, yeah, that's funny. Oh, you're playing around way too hard, man. Get this thing all cleaned up. Yeah, I actually wanted to do a live stream, do a makeup live, but Princess Faye wasn't feeling it. What's going on, Devil Dog? Welcome to live. in the process of restoring an old handsaw and giving Queen Bee a heart attack at the same time. She doesn't like me working with the angle grinder. It's good to see you all. Well, this has been quite the intro. I am doing fantastic. I'm enjoying my birthday, despite some of the headaches that goes along with, working on projects. You always have something that kind of doesn't go your way. Yeah, they totally gave me the wrong size tool for that. Anyhow, well, let's finish this project. Okay. We'll take this in, we'll clean it up real good. Zelda's playing right now, so we'll leave her be on the porch. I'll leave that door open. And then we'll come back in here and then clean up the handle, reassemble. Oh, here we go. Such a goof. Oh. There we go. Oh, you behave yourself. Darn you. He's in it now. Okay. He's all wound up tonight. Supreme Anime is Supreme's all wound up. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. There we go. Oh, hang on a second. Right now, everyone's going absolutely bonkers. Everyone's going absolutely bonkers because I just showed a kitten in a live stream. Maybe that's what we ought to do. here in a little bit. We'll just shut it down, come back on, and play with. For those of you ever wondering what it takes to make a successful channel, kittens. Kittens. That's it. Just kittens. Right? Oh, that's perfect. There you go. Back together. Looks practically brand new all over again. What do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? Ready for another run. All I got to do is tighten up the screws, and it's fine. Why don't we take? We'll have to take this in the office here in a minute. Unless I left the screwdriver out here. No, it doesn't look like it. Darn it. There you go. Not bad. Supreme's in here having a some sort of identity crisis or something. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm thinking? We're done with the work early. Could always fight with see about getting more power tools going. Right. It's playing too hard. Too hard. He's such a goof. He's such a goof. Man, that is on there. What's going on, Chairman? We just finished restoring a handsaw. You ought to see it. Check that out. Check that out. Turned out pretty good. I'm very happy with it. And I got a funny feeling. You got to calm down. Oh, man. All righty. Let me finish this up. We're going to go in and I'm going to show you guys the other project for those that missed it at the beginning of the stream. I'll show you guys the other project that I started working on. We'll finish it up tomorrow. So we'll finish that project up tomorrow. And then we'll have to come back shortly after this. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to have a kitten live stream. How about a kitten live stream? You guys want a kitten live stream today? Yeah, Supreme's arguing with himself right now. We'll see if she'll play. All righty. Supreme, you're a mess. You're a mess at times. Grab our restored saw. Come in here. Why we can't have nice things, you milkshake. Anyhow. Oh my gosh, he's arguing with himself right now, having way too much fun. But that's what I want. I want y'all to, when you come in here, to have fun, enjoy yourselves, hang out, wang chung, whatever, you know. I'll tighten this bad boy up. Hi, Taver. And that is our plan. And then we'll come back. We'll have a Zelda live stream, maybe, if she's in the mood. That is, if she's in the mood. I'm hoping she is. All right. Ta-da! There we go. It's all finished. Ready to be used again. Not bad. Not bad. We got it. We got it all lined out. Oh my God, yeah. I'm waiting for him to start putting himself in timeout. That'll be hilarious. He starts doing that. I'll lose my shit. Oh my gosh. So there you guys go. We got the saw all put together. Queen Bee did not have a heart attack. And this thing's ready to go again. Ready for another, run. Right. There you go. That's awesome. Another tool restored. Real quick, we actually have quite the collection of tools that have been restored. I'll take you over and show you. Yeah, somebody grab Devil Duck's link. And we'll come over here real quick. And I'll show you a couple more tools that, so we're getting quite a collection of tools that we have restored here on the channel. I need to know if Sean's still in here. Sean's still in here because I have something important that he needs to hear. Okay, again, for those that do not know, the Prince Magnum channel really is primarily a DIY channel, primarily. Okay, there you are, Sean. So let me show you guys these. I actually restored these hammers as well. These hammers have been restored. Yeah, we in the office. So there you go. Check that out. Restored these hammers. And now we've restored a handsaw. Not bad. But along with that, let me show you guys something. Right here is one of the dash cameras that we use here on the Prince Magnum channel. It's a great camera, an amazing camera. Okay, and we have two of these, and they get these little cameras actually get the footage that goes out over the hood of Project Spirit and Project Lena. As a matter of fact, this is the one that we usually use in Project Lena. Sometimes we use it in Spirit too, depending on what's going on that day. Okay. Well, we end up using these for a lot of stuff, okay? And because we use these for a lot of different things, you got to, sometimes setting up, mounting them somewhere is sometimes a challenge because they only mount right here. So I got the idea that why don't I make my own camera stand, okay? I'll make my own camera stand and it'd be just fine. It'd work for anything and everything. Okay, so what I did is I went in behind HQ, I cut down a tree, cut out a section of wood, and of course, Mike G, you got a wrench, go for it. And basically cut out a section of wood. Okay, then what I did is I cut off the bottom right here so it would sit nice and flush. Then I carved out this section right here, okay? And now the camera sits literally like that, and I could still operate the controls in behind. So the camera sits here. Well, to get the lens to sit here, what I had to do was I had to take this file right here, this file exactly, and then I laid it down right here on top of the block of the wood, and I worked it back and forth, until I got a perfect slot right like that for the camera lens, okay? So, because I took this file right here and used it on this block of wood, that must mean I am good at filing and should try my hand at being a secretary. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. The famous office joke. The famous office joke. Sean, I've been waiting for a while to do that one for you. Your favorite office joke. That is. Wait a minute. What the flip? That is the famous office joke that we tell every now and again. We used to tell it every stream, but when Sean wasn't in here, it just wasn't the same. That's what, he just lives for that joke. Yep. I really did actually make this myself for those cameras, and I legitimately was look. Yeah, Princess Faye's at work right now. She's at work right now, and I legitimately actually did this myself. But I legitimately actually did do that. I actually used the file right here and that's literally how I got that slot right there for the camera lens. And you know, I legitimately actually did this project. Thought it would be fun. And when I was sitting there thinking about it, I was like looked at, and then it just kind of hit me as I was looking at it, I was like, that would be a hell of a joke to tell every now and again. And yeah, legitimately, that's how I did it. And that's how we got that spot. So, and I just turned it into a joke that good old Sean, I mean, every time Sean was in here, we had to do the joke. He's like, we're in the office. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We used to do it every stream. So it'd been a while. I think we did it once last week. And it just, yeah, it's still not the same when Sean's not here. So if you ever wondered, I mean, legitimately, I mean, this sits flush, right on the table. And what do you need me to do? Oh, you behave yourself. That'll be about enough out of you. Talking about that. You ornery cuss. Screwdriver. Anyhow, so the famous office joke that Sean we had to do it. Yep. Tell the story. No, I don't want to tell that story right now. Oh my gosh. I catch enough flack from my own wife on that story. So there you go. And that's really, I mean, like I said, we've been restoring. So we've restored quite a few tools here on the channel. So as a matter of fact, I even sanded this down and put a finish on it. And I mean, we've even used these hammers. This is actually Princess Faye's that whenever we restored it. And of course mine. That's mine. Princess Faye actually named her Smasher. Got it to a nice mirror shine. So that's actually Princess Faye's hammer. Well, there you have it. So we put in some time. So from here, we're going to shut down the stream. All right, I'll tell this. It's my birthday. Why not tell the story? When I first got into sobriety, I started dating this gal. This particular gal. This particular gal. We dated for about a month and a half, something like that. And it was shortly after Tanya's passing. So I was probably about 3 months sober. This went on till, I was about 3 months sober. And this went on till just shortly after 4 months sober. And we got to all the things. We obviously didn't work out, and we kind of parted ways. It'd been about a week since we stopped dating, and she gives me a call. Hey, Prince Magnum, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? I said, well, I'm sitting here, just kind of chilling out. You doing anything exciting? No, just chilling. Okay. You care if I come over? I said, no, you can come over. And before this time, I used to go around telling this joke, $5 in a candy bar, I'll do whatever you want. That was the joke. Well, she then says, what's your favorite type of candy bar? And I said, well, I'm actually a Reese's kind of guy. So, okay. She comes over, knocks on the door. I open up the door. She comes inside. And I figured she was coming over because she needed to, because her and her mom may have gotten into an argument again. It was one of those things. I kind of figured her and her mom got into it. Well, she comes in and, I shut the door and she pulls out a pack of, a king size pack of Reese's cups and throws them on the couch and then throws a $5 bill on the couch, says, guess what you got to do? That's not the worst of it. Let's fast forward. The grandmother that passed away earlier this year, we're also, I'm sitting there with my grandparents, and my aunt and my beautiful, lovely wife, Princess Faye. We're all sitting around the table just talking. That's all we're doing. And somehow we got on the topic, and Princess Faye tells that story. She knows the story. So she tells that story of the $5 in a candy bar in front of my grandparents. My grandparents, both grandma and grandpa, started laughing uncontrollably. Laughing so hard, you would not believe it. They're laughing. My grandmother, yeah. My grandmother is laughing and she's like, oh my God, that's priceless. She said, no, wait a minute. I got a question to ask. And I said, okay, Grandma. She said, you were dating this gal, am I correct? I said, yes, I was dating this gal and we didn't work out. And so we split up. And she paid? She paid you for it? Yes, Grandma. You must have been doing something right. Grandma, no, Grandma, don't even know it. My grandpa nearly fell out of his chair laughing at that point. They both started laughing even harder. My aunt was sitting there indignant about it. She's laughing uncontrollably too. At this point, initially, she's like, Prince Magnum, how could you do that? How many kids you got? Do you need me to draw you a freaking diagram? And my aunt was like, real funny. Yeah. My wife embarrassed me in front of my grandparents knowing that story. Yeah. One of them things. Now that I've said that, I'll tell you all the fun. Hi, honey. Look, honey, it's finished. I fixed it. Princess Faye didn't like it because it was all rusted up. So now it's all fixed. Now she'll probably want to keep it. So, yep, got it all taken care of. And we even talked about another project. We even talked about this particular project. And even talked about how I'm good at filing with this project. We got a lot done. All right, real quick, let's go back in and I will show you the other project that I began earlier. Now, you are fighting with yourself, Supreme. You are fighting with yourself. He's been in here arguing with himself again. For those who missed earlier, this is part of another bread that I'm working on. This is actually almost kind of like a cornbread, and it's based on a recipe. It's based on a recipe that uh, dates back to the colonial times. So it's kind of loosely based on that, and basically, it at about 5 o'clock. Oh, I'm sorry, about 4 o'clock in the morning, it'll be ready for me to go ahead and start break it out, meet it on the counter. Then I'll be adding. You'll be lurky turkey, and then I'll be adding some water, some hot water to a pan inside the oven, and then it'll go for its second rise. Then after the second rise, then I'll knead it again, and then once it's kneaded that third time, okay, then it'll sit on the counter for a couple hours and just sit there. The bench proofing is what they call that. And then after that, we'll tighten up the skin on it and throw it in the throw it inside the oven, bake it up, and see how that turns out. So tomorrow, you guys are gonna see fresh baked bread that's based on. Initially, it was based on a Native American recipe, and then it was adapted by the colonials that during the 1700s, and then after that, I mean, the recipe has kind of faded to history, but it's based on that recipe. And to basically get this batch, we're going to see how this turns out. If we like it, we're definitely going to feature it occasionally here on the channel. But to get to the point where we're at, it was 2 teaspoons of honey, 2 teaspoons of you're not in the United Kingdom. You can't use that term like that. Here in the States, that means something totally different. And you're from the States, so don't even. Henry Cuss. But in a nutshell, and it's a pound when I feel like it. So it's a full pound of the dry, if you will, and basically for the dry ingredients, I used half and half of all-purpose flour and the other half of just regular cornmeal that you could buy off the shelf. About 11 ounces of water, and then 2 teaspoons of honey, 2 teaspoons of pink Himalayan salt, and then a single tablespoon of your instant rise yeast. Mix that all together until you got that doughy mass, and then for 10 hours it has to sit in the refrigerator. Again, when it comes out, I'll knead for about 5 to 10 minutes. See how I'm liking it, and then with a pan of hot water. You want to visit? That would be nice. Visit Ireland. Then what I will do is take a pan of hot water, slide it into the oven. The oven does not get turned on. Okay, oven will not be turned on, but a pan of hot water goes in. Then I put the dough ball in with the in the rack just above that, and then it'll rise again. Basically, humidity will kickstart the yeast to really go active. And then after that, we'll knead to get that firmer texture. With this particular one, there's still going to be gluten, but it's not going to be as much as you might think. So it's going to be a little bit different. Then after I knead again, I'm going to leave it out on the countertop for another couple of hours. Okay. Then after that, put it into a loaf pan, put it in the oven for an entire hour on 350 degrees. Now, that'll also determine on your ovens. Now, Actually, I won't have to do that, and I'll explain because I work and I'll do my kneading inside the actual work bowl. The more flour that we add to it, the drier it gets. So the last thing I want to do is dry it out. I want it to stay as moist as possible. I want those. I want the cornmeal and the flour to hydrate as much as possible. So adding more flour will just dry out the product. So that's why we're not going to do that. So the last time we made bread, I don't care what Gordon Ramsay says. Gordon Ramsay can kiss my behind. Anyhow, I don't like the way he talks to people. That's just me. That's just me. Okay. So why am I including a recipe that dates all the way back to the 1700s? And that's easy. Because having knowledge like this, having knowledge how to make things like this will go a long ways. Remember, urban survival is just that. If you can make different types of bread like this, and again, this is more of an experiment, and if it turns out nice, we're definitely going to feature this more often, okay? But if we could do something like this and make different types of breads, these are things that we could trade if for whatever reason civilization begins to continue to break down as it has through this pandemic. Remember, folks, we've been dealing with numerous shortages. If you can make bread like this, say there's a shortage of bread, okay? If you can make bread like this and do extremely well making that bread, then you have something you can trade. Not only do you have something you can eat and live very comfortably on, but you have something you can trade. So if there's a particular something inside your home that now because there's a shortage going on that you cannot get, doesn't mean he's a good person. Money don't make you a good person. So now that I've said that, okay, remember, okay, by doing what we're doing, this is another tool, okay? And the last time we did bread, everyone loved it. This is another version of the same thing. And in essence, if you can make bread like this, this is again something you can trade. Learning how to pickle. That is true. That is true. But he still talks to him very horrible. I did see how he talked to one kid, and you got a point there. But he still talks to people horribly, So something to think about, Again, we're talking. This is just something that you can add to your repertoire, and eventually we might even try doing pickled eggs, and of course we might even look at other types of pickling. And maybe even doing preserves here on the channel. Again, the more tools that you have and making your own stuff, you can trade these things, you can eat these things, they will help you survive. Again, taking an old tool, maybe you found it in a junkyard or something like that, in a scrap heap, and you restore it. Now you could sell this or trade it to somebody in the middle of a crisis like this. And by doing this, doing stuff like this, you now have something you can trade. By restoring this, I now have something that we can trade for something that we might be short of if society continues to break down due to the pandemic and due to the fact that people just can't seem to get along with each other these days, So there you have it. Hey, Supreme, you know what to do from here. So there you have it. So again, we're back to, doing things that, again, this is, doing things that help with survival, which is exactly what doing urban survival is all about. So now, again, we have something we can trade, or that we can use ourselves during this pandemic. So, again, we have, just more, we again have more tools at our disposal. That's the guy I was talking about. Boy, he just not too bright. All right. So again, we're back to, things that you could do to help yourself survive. Things like this. Again, don't say no more. Don't say no more. Okay? Don't say any more about it. Okay? We'll talk later. We'll talk later. Supreme, don't say anything else. Don't say anything else. Okay? Yeah. Real quick. The Bonne Terre City Police Department is now involved in this little problem. I can't say any more. And they have asked that all moderators not say anything else. To screenshot anything he says, send it to me. And send it to me. And they're going to then, there's going to be, it's going to go to the prosecutor. And this is going to be dealt with very swiftly. Like extradition from another state sort of thing. We'll leave it at that. So it is now to that point. I was okay. I mean, and I'd come up with a bunch of one-liners, but they said, no, don't say any more to them. We're going to deal with this. Okay. So that is where that's at. Okay. It has gotten to that point. And basically, subpoenas, we're talking, it's gotten to that point. It has went from trolling to stalking. Okay. We're past troll. We're into stalking level. Like I said, we've crossed over into, straight obsession at this point. I can't help it. For 41 years old, I don't think I look too terribly bad. I think I still got it, That's just one of them things. But yeah, so yeah, we fall out. It's just one of them things. One of them things. About the only one, So again, we did some good today. We talked about restoring tools. We talked about making bread. Again, we will have to look at doing some home pickling. And of course, we're going to get back into surviving romance and do some amazing cooking there too. Believe it or not, for those that do not know, I'm a member of a group on Facebook that also does a lot of stuff here on YouTube as well. And I think even some of them also do some stuff over on Twitch as well. But basically, it's all about, the bright side of life. And it's almost a giant support group almost. We're known as the Sunnies. I became a member a couple of months ago, and I'm going to tell y'all, these guys are awesome. And very soon, there's going to be a $5 cooking challenge from Dollar Tree. Solid gold for those of you who want to start getting into DIY stuff. doing DIY cooking, always a big hit, but doing it with stuff strictly from Dollar Tree, that's solid gold right there. If you want to do DIY that really gets noticed in the cooking area, that's actually what's going to be coming up. We'll be doing that on Surviving Romance. I just don't know when. But that is definitely on the table. That I'm going to be jumping into this challenge headstrong and going full bore. Okay. And we're probably going to be doing something very simple, very cheap, and very easy to do. We did last time, we did a $10 cooking challenge and made an amazing ramen noodle dish for two. Princess Faye loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was amazing. And it wasn't that bad for you. I mean, it wasn't that great either, but it wasn't that bad. And it was all stuff, as a matter of fact, he's just disgruntled, you know. But there you have it, you know. So again, you know, I'll be showing how to do stuff like that. And and again, for those of you who are interested in getting into more DIY stuff, you know, obviously doing stuff like this and restoring tools and things like that, that's always definitely an option. Working on cars, definitely up there. And you know, so definitely, you know, if you're looking at getting into DIY, that's definitely your grab right there. So no question about it. Just kind of take that to heart. You know, that's stuff that you guys can use. All right. You know, so if you're looking at DIY stuff, that might be your grab right there. So again, that's just, you know, more knowledge for you guys. Again, Urban Survival is the name of the game that we did today. And of course, sometime tomorrow, I'm gonna show you the end result of that bread, and hopefully it turned out wonderful. So we'll lay that out. Yeah. You know, so there you have it. You know, so that's what the plan is. Now, from here, we're going to be shutting down the stream. And if Little Zelda is up for it, I'm hoping we're going to come back within a half an hour. And we're going to do a kitten live stream. And we're going to have a lot of fun. You know, I thought, you know, there we go. Bam! I broke out my beating stick. Jealous. Anyhow, so that is our plan for the rest for the evening, and if Little Zelda's up for it. So there we have it. So let's see what she's doing, and then we'll kind of go from there. If not, we'll get into something before, you know, we're going to celebrate my birthday this entire weekend. We're going to have a blast. Again, you know, where is she go? I bet she's hiding. You know, I got tired of it, you know, just getting tired of it. It's like wondering if she's going to come out and play. See what she's doing. She might come out. She likes to hide behind the couches. Yep, birthday weekend. That's what this is. I'm 41 years old, doggone it, and I'm having a good time with life. Right. And we have a lot of fun here on the channel, as it should be. You didn't sneak out here, did she? No, I don't see her. But she's hiding somewhere, right? So we got it all goes well. Like I said, we'll find we'll find well, anyhow, I'll see if I sober anniversary. Yeah, it's also 14 and a half years to the day that I got sober. Oh. There's the big one. Oh, well, I found her. Look at that, guys. Like they're carbon copies, only she's smaller. So that is the plan. We'll be back shortly. Give me about a half an hour. All right. So for those who are able to come back to the next live stream, thank y'all so much for for being here with me, celebrating my birthday. We've been having a lot of fun, but the party's not over yet. So that brings us to get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is. Just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, if no one out there has told any of you that they love you, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.